There we go.
We live, baby.
We are live.
Episode 3.
Wow, man. Literally,
What's up?
I'm just be transparent. We were sitting here talking for about 4 minutes to ourselves.
Yeah. But hey, what's up, Drew?
We were live. Let's do all this again.
Hey.
How's it going, man?
It's good.
Okay.
Episode
Good,
3.
man. We're
We here.
here.
We know we here now, y'all. Drop in the comments. Let us know that y'all here. Y'all tuned in. We excited to be here with the 3rd episode. This one gonna be a good one. Everybody that saw episode 2, I hope y'all enjoyed it, to kind of get to know that side of me and Chris, learn about our business, kind of that other side of us. If you haven't seen it, go right now at the end of this video sometime in your schedule, watch episode 2. It's gonna definitely let you know a little bit about Focus First. Drip, how your week been, man? If you could describe the week in one word, what would you how would you describe it?
One word to describe one word to describe this week, I would say for sure would be eventful. From the home front of what happened on yesterday at Florida State University, the tragedy that it was, and then Orlando Magic this week, we solidified our play-in, our playoff spot.
Yeah, for sure.
And then all of life's instances. It's just been a very eventful week. So my one word to describe this week again is just eventful. What do you think, man?
I'm gonna go with hectic. I think the start of the week, I celebrated the birthday on Monday.
Yes,
so
you did.
That was fun. We went out on Sunday. We all had a good time. So then the week kind of went on, just a good normal week. And I think yesterday, as Chris mentioned, as we all know, I think we all were hit by a tragedy. Whether you're a Florida State fan, whatever fan you are, whatever college, school, football, whatever, I don't think it matters. I know it don't matter when the tragedy of this, instance hit our country, another mass shooting of that nature. Me and Chris was sitting here talking before we were live about the fact that to find out that it was a sheriff's son. Like, this is a local law enforcement son.
Apparently his stepmother was a sheriff's deputy, and he got a hold of her former service weapon because Leon County upgraded guns, apparently.
Okay.
How great is that? But
all right, thanks
Leon County
for the upgrade.
Yeah, they upgraded their gun, so her gun was just sitting in the cut, and he was like, let me grab this and put it to use.
It just gets you to questioning, man, like, what? Like, you can get so many questions from that, right? I think one of the, many questions that you can get from that is just, what's happening? So they're saying they can't comment. Can y'all comment in there?
Uh-oh.
We want to see y'all comments. So y'all let us know if y'all can comment. We gonna fix it. We gonna keep going while we get it figured out. But we definitely want y'all commenting. Y'all know that's the fun of it all. When we can hear the feedback from what y'all got to say, chime in, let us know how y'all feeling, how y'all week been as well.
Yeah, I got to see some comments, man.
We got to get the comments going.
I don't want to just sit here and talk to ourselves.
We don't mind, but we do that all the time. So
don't mind at all.
It's always a little more fun if we can talk and engage with the others. I tell you one thing though, not to shift subject so swiftly, but man, are we not ready for WrestleMania?
You know what?
Okay. We're going to talk a lot about WrestleMania this week. Or today. We're going to talk about some NBA playoff, some NBA play-in, all that action that happened this week. It's going to be a good episode.
I can say 100% definitely I am ready for WrestleMania on tomorrow. With it being so much going on around WrestleMania weekend and all that good stuff.
We reading, y'all. Y'all can tell because we both we looking like, what is it saying?
And I can't read. I'm going to tell y'all that now. I can't read. I can't. Let's see if that works. Y'all let me know.
Let us know now if y'all can comment. If that worked. I think that works. Yeah, that worked.
Let's go, baby.
That worked.
So if you go in now and because apparently the comments.
Now this should refresh and we should be able to go ahead and kick things off. Hey, whoa, it's Good Friday now too. Hold on now. This ain't okay. Watch out.
I was about to say he got up, but he's still dead.
He's still dead. They was actually beating him right about now. They beat him.
No, not about now.
Oh, he was dead. He was dead by this hour.
Yeah, he got by this time he's up, hanging, speaking to the other two.
The man on the side. Yeah, the thieves on the side of him.
Okay, you know a little something about the Bible.
We don't know nothing. We know that.
Now I can tell you 100%. By this time, he was like telling them folks, "Now listen, nigga." Was this nah? Hold up, now. This mine. This our podcast now. Listen, nigga. I believe Jesus. But it's the Bible. It's the Bible.
Okay, that's the new. We speaking the. You know what I mean?
Shake the people up.
We ain't trying to shake the people up now, but you got to be realistic because he ain't come. My sons.
This is the NDK.
Yeah.
Version. The new Discussions and Conversations version.
Yeah.
The NDK version of the Bible says,
Listen here, niggas.
You may not have repented.
I'm about to go, though.
But as long as you talk to me right now on the sides.
To the left and the right of me, you'll be where?
You'll be with me in paradise. That's what my Bible say.
I know the Bible talked about paradise.
That bitch say you'll be with me in what?
Paradise.
Okay. So again,
y'all comment now. Y'all comment. We can see y'all comments now. So y'all go ahead, start commenting. Let us see the comments. Let us know y'all here. Check in with us. Tell us how y'all week been. I can see the comments right now here. So I know y'all can go. There they go. There we go, my boy Patrick. Hey Patrick, I am no longer. You have not been here for the announcement, man. I am not a Giants. I don't even know who the Giants are. I don't even know who you speak of. I am a diehard Philadelphia fan. Have you not heard? Do I need to sing a song?
Everybody
go Birds! Okay.
Fly,
Eagles fly. Come on, Patrick talking about.
On the road
man, you better go. This mind you, he a Seahawks fan. So a Seahawks fan ain't got no business even commenting.
Score a touchdown.
Okay, sis here. What's up, cuz? We see Raymond in here. What's up, y'all? There we go. We got the comments going. Now we feeling it. Now we feeling it.
Eagles fly. Fight, Eagles fly. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
I didn't think we were going to take all that time to sing the entire song. I thought he was going to sing an abbreviation of it. We was going to keep it going. But he made sure he gave y'all the entire song. So if you didn't know it, in the words of Kurt Franklin, man. If you don't know, now you know.
Glory, glory! Woo!
WrestleMania tomorrow, y'all. It kick off tomorrow. Night one, they coming at us strong night one. They giving us Jey Uso and Goont Man on night one. Drip, I know we talked a little bit about it last week, but this is it right here, right now. Jey Uso is going to take that belt. I don't have a doubt in my mind about that.
I've been waiting since February, the first weekend of February.
Okay, that's when he won Royal Rumble.
Speaking of that, let's before I get too deep, let's speak on that, because as we know, y'all excuse me. As we know, if you win the Royal Rumble, you're supposed to get the main event of WrestleMania.
So, yes. So did the rules change to now where you can just pick your fight, like who you want to fight? Because he definitely was able. We all remember the whole him going to Raw, to SmackDown, calling Cody out, calling Goont out. But yeah, that's what I remember, is that you get the main event. Like WrestleMania is.
I don't think that's fair to Jey.
Do you think they did that because of who he decided to fight, or who they made him fight, however you want to say it? But do you think that's what it is?
You could say that, but I mean, Roman, Cody, and Seth, yes, is main event worthy.
Roman, Seth, CM.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's main event worthy, but to me, in my personal opinion, if Jey is as the
next level,
as the Royal Rumble winner, he's supposed to main event.
Yeah.
So if he's supposed to main event, y'all as the WWE, you got to take your stance to decide, okay, what is going to main event? John Cena and Cody, or CM, Roman, and Seth. And again, I mean, yes.
The thing that pissed me off about the Seth, CM, and Roman fight is it's I don't want to say it's for nothing, but it's like it's for nothing almost, right? Because it's like they're not fighting for a belt.
No, it's for nothing.
They're not fighting for. They're fighting for nothing. Essentially,
it's a match where they all could be singles matches, to where Seth and CM, they already got their beef, so that could be a singles match.
Have they played that out? Is that why they're not focusing on the Seth and CM match? Do they feel like they might be playing that out?
Pat, we'll get to that. Give us a second. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to your Lord and Savior Luka Doncic. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't understand why this man. We'll get out of here.
Luka ain't all that.
Yeah,
but
no.
We'll get to that.
No, he already know how I feel about that.
No, but really, like, they're all singles matches in their own rights. All three of them have singles matches within each other. Roman has a single match with Seth. Seth has a single match with CM. CM has a single match with Roman. Like, they all have a singles match. So it's realistically, it's at a point for me to where you would think, like, you could have put either one of those as its own match. Yeah,
and you would have still got the same hype and all of that around it.
Because realistically, right now, the build-up for WrestleMania isn't like the build-up as it was last year.
No, I think last year build-up was insane. Last year build-up was like, crazy.
This year's build-up has been, honestly, the worst build-up since WrestleMania 31, where...
Which checks out, a 10-year anniversary of, like, the worst to the worst.
Like, it's been a horrible build-up.
So, on triple threat matches, Io, Bianca, Rhea, how did that triple threat even come? Because, as we all know, Bianca and Io was the two, and then Rhea just kind of poked her nose out one night and was like, hey, I want to fight too. No one told me.
You know, I feel like at this point, Jesus Christ, I'm not tired, y'all. I'm just, you know what I said last week? You need oxygen. I need some oxygen.
Yeah, he definitely said that.
I feel like at this point, the WWE is at a stance to where they're trying to satisfy all their superstars. And in order to satisfy your most valuable player, you got to put them on.
You got to put them on the biggest stages, WrestleMania.
And in doing that, again, you're creating a build-up that doesn't matter to a lot of fans. Because me, if I wasn't a diehard WWE fan, I would be in a position to where I really wouldn't be watching WrestleMania this year.
Yeah, because it's nothing. There's no storyline, or there's been nothing like big. Whereas like last year, we obviously knew like Roman had been holding the belt for so long. Cody, it's time to finish the story. Like they built the Cody and Roman storyline for ages. And then when WrestleMania came, it was like, all right, boom. But it's kind of one of those things now where it's like everything is like, oh, well, let's just try this because this didn't work, or we need to try to give some type of storyline. Because it's like even when you look at the Jade and Naomi fight, like even that fight is like
trash, bro. Like y'all built the suspense for so long to say, oh my God, who did this to Jade? We figured out who did this to Jade, and it's now what? Oh, a WrestleMania match. Like, no.
That's like, crazy. How you go from, oh, we found out to, all right, let's fight. Like, let's fight about it per se, but let's fight on, again, the biggest stage of the damn, like, entertainment, like WrestleMania.
Me growing up, man, WrestleMania was always one of those. Like they always say, it's the Super Bowl for
wrestling.
WWE.
Yeah, it's definitely the Super Bowl for wrestling fans for WWE,
the
without a doubt.
Super Bowl. So to just give these people a platform or just give these matches with no build up, with no season long thing to say, okay, this deserves that big push. Like it creates that. It creates a hole in what WrestleMania really is. Because now WrestleMania is just another Big Four PLE.
Yeah, it's just another like, yeah, we know that this is quote unquote the Super Bowl of wrestling, but we just gonna make it a big PLE. Like we just another PLE.
And even with them releasing the set today, like it didn't really, from what I saw, it didn't garnish a buzz. Like, oh my God, it's the set. Let me tune in. Like,
nah, it definitely.
I didn't see none of that happening. So again, like you're looking at it to where you're trying to figure out what the hell is the WWE doing right now.
So on that note, John Cena, is he taking that belt? I'm starting to feel like, honestly, based off of kind of how things have been looking. I know John Cena's going to be on SmackDown tonight, but John Cena has not really been doing a lot of promo running for the actual WrestleMania for the fight. So I'm thinking like they doing that on purpose. I feel like that's a strategic move. It's like, yeah, he's about to win this.
Again, there's no true build up. I think
The Rock hasn't came out and said anything about the why.
I think what hurt them is the fact that European tour. That European tour hurt a lot.
But I read that the European tour was because John Cena is filming a movie, so they were trying to appease to him,
and it still hurt him because you did that whole tour. He only popped out 3 times. So you're doing that tour, yes, to appease him, but you only popped out 3 times. So you would have been better off sitting him in front of the camera like they do and have him pop up on the big screen while you're in America to, again, garner, because these people overseas aren't buying the tickets that you need to build up Allegiant Stadium. No, that's
and that's what I didn't understand, because part of what I read is they were selling like crazy overseas, but what didn't make sense to me is those ticket sales aren't going to translate to the American fans where you're actually holding the Super Bowl of wrestling. Like, if I'm going to build up to the Super Bowl, I'm going to do all my events, quote unquote, at home in America on this side of the pond. You overseas, them people not flying over here to Vegas this weekend. Like,
it didn't make any sense at all.
No, you would have been better off doing a West Coast tour and cleaning up the West Coast and getting them people to go and get tickets versus going overseas to appease, again, a superstar. So, okay, Drip, being a 26-year-long fan of WWE, right, it is starting to feel like maybe they're starting to appease more of the superstars than the fanship. Do you feel that way? Are you starting to see that? How are you starting to see it translate with some of the moves they're making with holding shows overseas versus, hey, let's do this in America?
They're not appealing to the superstars. They're appealing to the money. They're appealing to the pockets,
to the bottom line, the bottom line.
Yeah, that whole European tour was to garnish money. It wasn't to garnish views. It was so that they can get more money. They realized that the same amount of money we could charge here in the U.S. for tickets, we could double that overseas, and
they gonna pay it
because they already don't see us.
Mm-hmm.
So you did, I think it was about 14 to about 20 shows in. No, because 14. No, yeah. They did about 7 weeks overseas.
Yeah.
So about 14 shows you did overseas, again, to appeal to pockets. Like, it wasn't to build interest in the WWE coming over there, because you already knew that at that time that people wanted y'all to come there.
But see, the WWE is spinning it to where it's like, no, we care about the fans. That's why we went overseas, is to give them fans the love of what y'all get in America all the time.
But again, if you want to build, that's not the time to build your WrestleMania card. Overseas isn't the time to build your WrestleMania card, because your overseas audience isn't the audience that's going to tell you that this is what we want to see.
Yeah.
Versus when the we want Cody movement happened, that's because these are the fans that are genuinely watching this shit. These are the fans that, again, are making you your money.
Yeah.
These are the fans that when you're going on tour, when you're going to our cities, when you're coming to our states, when you're doing all of this stuff, you're doing that because us.
Yeah. That's the sole reason y'all doing it.
Whether you're coming to Orlando, whether you're going to Milwaukee, whether you're going to some back
Arizona,
whether you're going to some
Detroit,
backstreet,
anywhere.
fucking country city, like, you're doing that because you know we're going to sell out that arena.
I mean, and I think that goes into like any venue or anybody that books events. Like, they only book places that they know gonna sell out or come damn near close to selling out, or again, sell out. Like, that's really where they try to kind of categorize or book things of like, hey, if we going here, we got to make at least this.
And again, that's where trying to appease pockets come in. That's where trying to please the bottom line comes in, because now you're taken away from what could be an amazing show, because the build up to that amazing show wasn't so great. And the build up wasn't so great not just because you're overseas, but because a lot of the people that you're trying to use to build this up, they can't be overseas.
No.
They can't be in this country. They can't be in that country because of the religious things, or because of natural things, or because of whatever it may be.
They're more committed to their families, or they're more committed to their home life. So they're like, yeah, I'm on contract, but y'all want me to go overseas to promote.
You're pulling a Raw Tag Team Championship match out of your butt from nowhere, like, again, with no build up, with no nothing.
Just like, oh, here you go.
We've seen the Viking Raiders versus the New Day 15 times.
So why do we need to see it again? Why are we still seeing it?
And I love Jey Uso, but even with Jey Uso versus Gunther, we've seen that 7 times already.
Yeah. And that's true. And I feel like, and it almost feel like, is that why y'all gave him this fight? Because, all right, listen, y'all already know what's going to happen. We just trying to get it over with. We ain't got time to be trying to establish a new storyline. We going to give y'all a storyline that's already pretty much engraved, already going, already moving. Here, take Jey Uso and go.
For sure.
We ain't got to build nothing up. We can just throw y'all this fight.
Which is watch this. Which is the same reason why the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair match is going on, bro.
That match is okay. So real quick,
the people don't want that.
The people don't want it. But have y'all seen the off-script like banter between these two? Like, Charlotte and Tiffany genuinely do not like each other. Like, the WWE has put two people together, and it's like this fight. I almost feel like no matter what's the whisper of like, hey, Tiff, go ahead and give Charlotte the belt. Hey, Charlotte, Tiff gonna go ahead and whatever the whisper is. I feel like these ladies are bound to do whatever.
I feel like whether it's whispers, whether it's screams, whether it's whatever, bro, it's the people don't want it. So the same way we pulled that whole we want Cody last year, like y'all should have picked on to that to realize we don't want Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair.
No.
Furthermore, we don't want Charlotte Flair.
No.
I personally don't give two ifs, ands, or buts about Charlotte Flair being back, the legacy that she has,
who her daddy is. Don't none of that really matter, I would say, to me. Don't none of that make me say,
And again, that's because the legacy that your dad left and tarnished because he went to AEW, it's now lingering on you, in my personal opinion. And the fact that you had this whole injury, whether the ACL injury, I believe it was, to where you weren't here for so long, like, People forgot about Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, we know she's a fighter. Like, oh yeah, we know her, but we definitely weren't remembering her in this stature that they just kind of threw her back on.
We want Becky Lynch.
Man, I don't know why they playing with Becky. I mean, they just bought back Alexis at Royal Rumble. I thought they was gonna build that storyline up and get her a match at WrestleMania, but I don't know what the hell. Maybe Backlash is gonna shed some light. Randy Orton is supposedly still not fighting unless something crazy happened at SmackDown tonight and they throw him a match. We all know how wrestling can be.
They saying he gonna fight.
I want him to fight Carmelo.
They saying he gonna fight the GM.
But you remember we were talking about that, but I don't want to see that.
Don't nobody want to see him fight Nick Aldis though. So that's.
I don't want to see him fight.
Listen, if y'all tuned in, listen, we're not sponsored by WWE by any means at all. But what we will say is, if you want to tune in, like we tuned in, make sure you tune in to Peacock tomorrow, 7 p.m.
Peacock
for WWE WrestleMania. Oh,
it's gonna be good. We'll be tuned in. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. I can't wait for the pre-show. I'm upset they not doing no pre-show matches, but
bro, and that too, bro. This like
I can get past
me,
that,
bro. Pre-show, like to see those matches those mid-card matches that we're seeing now that nobody gives a damn about. Like that's what WrestleMania is. That's what WrestleMania.
That damn Rey Mysterio fight.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio versus freaking El Grande Americano. Like
freaking Chad Gable.
Come on, bro. It's Chad Gable, bro. We're not stupid.
That is WWE. That is Chad Gable, bro. Like
Triple H, we're not dumb. Fool.
Like, come on, bro. Y'all done put this man in a mask and just trying to give him some. I don't know if that's a contract filler or what. Hey, listen, to shift a little bit, NBA play-in was this past week.
Woo!
The last set of play-in games are tonight. My Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls.
Let's go, Magic!
And then I believe we have the Dallas Mavericks and the Grizzlies are also tonight. Obviously, I got Miami for the play-in.
Listen, as Shannon Sharp would say, Jaylen Brown, Doodoo Brown, Toilet Paper Brown, driving around town. Magic in 6, man.
Damn, that's hell no. He don't say that. He damn sure don't say Magic.
Magic in 6, man.
Nah, because if you got to take a team to 6, then you might as well go ahead and lose.
Magic in 6.
It's 5 or 7. That's my rule. Obviously,
so this is
you
why
got
we're going
sweet.
6.
You got sweet 5 or 7. 6
So this
is
is why
crazy.
we're going 6. They taking game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're taking both games at home.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, it's home, nigga. What you mean? That's crazy.
That's crazy work. I mean, hey, by all means.
What you mean that's crazy? Bro, we got the ups on Boston.
Yeah.
I ain't going. We got the ups on Boston.
I mean, they are still the defending champions. I mean, so let's not get it. I mean, again,
I ain't got it twisted, but I can say straight up, 11 of our 15 players on our team are plus 500 versus the Boston Celtics.
I mean, that's cool and all, but how is that translating to the playoffs? Because it's one thing to do that in the regular season, but I mean,
we're still the top 10.
I said this to you this week. If Orlando can get out of the first round, damn sure against Boston,
we're doing that.
They might as well go ahead and take them to the finals because
we're doing
if they can beat Boston,
which we are,
I mean, then shit, they can beat anybody on the East.
We can.
So, I personally,
especially y'all.
Being a 407 baby, I would love to see Orlando take it. But shifting back to the play-in games tonight,
Franz Wagner about to get exposed. I mean, he's already been exposed.
Franz, they shouldn't have paid him that contract.
Franz's ass.
I'm going with Miami tonight against Atlanta. I don't think no ice trade is going down. Even though this game is in Atlanta, I think that's dope. But I got Miami. Dallas and Memphis. I don't even understand how Dallas is even fucking here.
AD.
Bro, like the fact that this man was out for so I don't mean it like that, Christopher. I'm saying as far as like even with AD though, like the man was out.
That is an NBA champion.
Bro, that man was out. Pat, I know you know because they traded Joe Boy and sent him over to LA for him. The man was out for like 2-3 weeks.
I don't care. AD.
No Kyrie.
Always out. Always down. AD.
it was at one point where Dallas didn't even have enough players to play the damn game. They thought they would have to forfeit games.
80.
So they gonna win tonight?
80. 35.
Stop.
35.
John Morant?
35 points.
So John not going to the playoffs?
Let me get there. No. 80's going for 35 points. I want to say about 11 rebounds and 4 to 8 assists.
So John not going to the playoffs?
No. Not versus 80 and not versus 80.
So I mean, if that's the case, that means Dallas gonna be 8th.
He got hurt in his first game with Dallas. Yeah, he sure did. But
yeah,
he's going
always
to
down.
Go to the playoffs.
So that means Dallas is gonna lose first round.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
They're fine with that. And you know why they're fine with that? Because their GM is satisfied with trading Luka. So as long as they can make it to the first round of the playoffs, whether they get swept, whether they go 6, whether they go 5, whether they go 7.
So, okay, on that note, do you feel like whether they make the playoffs, win, whatever, the GM fired? He gone? No. Oh, he's straight. His job.
Yeah, he's straight. They would have did it by now.
True, because we saw what they did. We saw what they did in Denver.
Yeah,
they cleared house in Denver, dog.
Yeah.
So, on the East, Milwaukee and Indiana. That start tomorrow.
So my Hard Rock bets went with Milwaukee tonight.
Tomorrow.
I already put in a little ticket for that.
Detroit, New York tomorrow.
I've been telling people
I got Indiana tomorrow.
I don't believe in Detroit at all.
The only way I got Milwaukee, I just saw something where Damian Lillard is supposedly back. It was like a miracle.
They had blood clots.
No, apparently the blood clots cleared. The doctors told the team that they had never seen nothing like that happen before. So Damian Lillard very well may be back. All right, that is legit. This man is an idiot. I don't know, y'all. The report said that the doctors told the team they had never seen nothing like that before. So the man went from having blood clots to now he will be possibly playing. I don't know, but that's the thing. So if Damian Lillard come, then if Damian Lillard come back, I got Milwaukee winning the series completely. No Damian Lillard, I feel like Indiana Pacers have enough chemistry. This man's an idiot, bro. The man is like, bro, it's a miracle, Drip. It's Good Friday. It's Easter weekend, Resurrection weekend in the church world, man. Come on. It's a miracle. He's healed.
Oh.
I don't know what Pat said. I know he's talking shit. What he said?
He said, I saw that report. Damn blood clot shit was here. Listen, I don't deny it. I'm just.
So he might be back. And if he come back, I got them. If not, I got Indiana. Detroit. What were you about to say about Detroit? I want to piggyback off that.
So what I was about to say about Detroit is I have absolutely no faith in Detroit.
Zero.
They'll probably get one game. If they get one game, I'm saying New York Knicks in 5. I don't understand why people are acting as if they're like the 2021 Sacramento Kings that like the beam shit.
Oh my God, y'all murdered that like the beam shit. Y'all just made it seem like them boys just was about to win it all and won nothing. And lost De'Aaron Fox and all of that. And fired the coach and all of that. It just was nuts what Sacramento fans did. Fans.
So with that being said, I ain't got no faith, no anything in the Detroit Pistons. And again, only because y'all were just the
worst team.
One of the 5 worst teams in the league last year.
I definitely for sure like New York.
And they think Azure Thompson is going to change that?
No, they think Cade Cunningham going to change that.
That's the same Cade Cunningham y'all have had for the last 5 seasons.
But they say it takes time.
So what's supposed to change now?
Now, this is what they say. I will argue that because you would see Paulo.
Because you keep saying they. You've
the
said
fans,
they. You said they a numerous of times.
The fans of the Detroit Pistons, the fans of their respective teams, the media.
Real quick, do you know any Pistons fans?
No, hell no.
Okay, cool. So who is they?
Piston fans. What are you talking about? I literally just said. Anyway, they would argue that Cade Cunningham needed time to mature. I would argue that if you look at Paulo and what he did in Orlando, that's bullshit. because Paulo came to Orlando and very early on turned them boys around. So I don't think Cade needed 5 or 6 years to turn Detroit into a playoff team.
I think the issue with Detroit has always been, or at least since Isaiah Thomas, I think the issue with Detroit has always been, well, no, since Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Because that was after Isaiah. So, since Rasheed Wallace, I think the issue has always been finding consistent, great talent.
I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I like Cade. I mean, he's not bad.
So real quick, not to cut you off, but to still talk about it, the question I posed yesterday to the boys, was Magic, Pistons. Talent-wise, who would you take?
I mean, talent-wise, full team, you're going to take Orlando.
Healthy-wise, you would take Orlando as well, correct?
I mean, hell yeah. Healthy-wise. I mean, if let's just be honest. If Orlando was healthy this season, they would arguably be top 3 in the East. I was going to say that I think they showed us that last year with the chemistry. And that's what it all goes down to with, I believe, when you look at Detroit, is the chemistry that they've been able to develop with Cade over the last 5 years is how they're even where they're at now. But, bro, New York, bro, that damn cat in New York is crazy.
So
bro.
Take Orlando versus New York. What would you say that series would be?
I'm going all 7. I'm not going to lie to you.
Also take that same series versus the Pistons. What would you say it would be?
What, Orlando and Detroit or New York and Detroit?
New York versus Detroit.
I'm going to say 5.
Go on the flip side. Detroit versus Boston. What would you say that series would be? You probably would say a sweep.
Yeah, Boston would for sure sweep the shit out of Detroit because Detroit has no playoff experience within the last 18 odd years. And then on the flip
side of that, you would say Orlando versus Boston. You saying, God damn, they done beat their ass all season.
I'm saying 7 for Orlando, and I'm saying Orlando coming out on top. They're gonna wear Boston down.
So when I say this based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no faith in Boston because not just they don't have playoffs experience and
Detroit.
Detroit.
Okay.
I don't say it just because they don't have playoff experience and all of that stuff. I say it just based off of pure talent.
They ain't got nobody but Cade.
Stacked up against the New York Knicks, y'all have no talent.
Bro, New York got Jalen.
I can't even say y'all have defense.
New York got Cat. They got McCall. They got Josh. They got OG. Bro, them boys got talent over there in New York, bro. And it's just no way that Detroit's going to be able to take them. Honestly, bro, New York probably going to sweep them boys. And the only reason I say Detroit might get one game in is because that just might be, they might just be
They got to get one at home.
Exactly.
Got to get
they going to be so damn crazy in Detroit. I will say this, though. Whatever team out of Miami and Atlanta that got to play Cleveland, I'm scared for Cleveland, whether it's Miami or Atlanta.
7 games.
Because Cleveland went on.
Miami is a 7-game series. Atlanta, I would say, because of what we just saw with Trae Young's temper, we know he's been trying to get out of Atlanta for a while. I
think Cleveland might take him?
Yeah. I don't think Trae Young think that he can get a championship in Atlanta.
I don't think he thinks that anymore, especially since they traded his boy. And I think once you took his one, like that, the 1-2, once you took that 2 from him, it's like, and y'all didn't give him any, like Atlanta didn't give him anything after they took him. They just was like, all right, yeah, we're going to go ahead and
see what you can do.
So I definitely will see if Atlanta went there, I would think Trae might just blow it. But Cleveland, bro, they went on such a crazy decline, though, at the end of the season. Like, they were just losing games.
Bro, it was between them and...
They were just losing games.
At one point.
For the hell of it. Like, I was like, what's going on? Y'all don't want to win?
So, I think it comes down to seeding.
Who they want to play.
Who you want to play first round to ensure that you...
Whoa. So, you say Cleveland scared to play Orlando?
Yeah.
Whoa! Cleveland was scared to play Orlando.
And Zay, when I was talking to Zay, we were all talking, Zay made a great point. I ain't gonna say I didn't agree at the time, but Zay was saying when we were winning versus Atlanta for the play-in game that we should lose in order to play whoever is tonight so we can play Cleveland for this round, because obviously Cleveland is a better opponent to us versus the Boston Celtics.
Well, y'all swept Boston though in the regular season. So I mean, you can argue no matter who Orlando was going to face, whether it was Cleveland or Boston, that they was going to give them a run for their money.
But it goes down to the team that thinks they're more superior. Who do they think that they can face? Because
Cleveland,
everybody know Orlando is starving, hungry.
Yeah, you got a young, hungry team in the East. I mean, but when you jump over to the West, with Kawhi being out as many games as he missed, and now the Clippers are facing the Nuggets tomorrow, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with the Clippers on this one. I don't know if the Nuggets got what it take, man. That's a punch to the stomach, like to lose a coach, and now you expect it. Okay, so they make it out of the first round, they're gonna win the second.
I mean, be honest, I don't like to talk about nobody's team, but the Clippers.
This is our podcast.
The Clippers.
I mean,
the Clippers.
The only reason I'm saying that is not because it's the quote unquote the Clippers. It's because of who the Denver Nuggets are. Like they have no head. Like at this point they're operating, bro. Every video that I've seen of the Nuggets since they've lost their coach, it's literally Nikola on the sidelines with the clipboard coaching the team. MVP. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool during the regular season, but during the playoffs, bro, I can't afford you drawing plays and trying to go out there and execute in the playoffs. I need you focused. Yeah, we talking about a nigga that got 21 years, 4 championships, multiple MVPs, scoring, like leading the score. Like Nikola not
ain't
LeBron.
Got multiple MVPs.
He's not LeBron though, bro.
I get that, but again,
he got multiple MVPs based off of what NBA has turned into. LeBron got MVPs based off of what the NBA used to be.
I just don't doubt the 1-2 punch of Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray.
And Jamal Murray being as injured and as spotty as he's been, that's also another thing that scares me is Jamal Murray.
And for me, as injured as spotty as
Kawhi and James
always been.
I mean, yeah. I guess
Kawhi the wrong way. He's just like AD, always down. So,
what I like about it the most is it gives you 2 former championships. I mean, obviously Kawhi has his that he won. We know Denver got theirs. So I mean, I don't know. So obviously you going with Denver. How many games you think?
I'll go Denver 6.
Okay, I like that.
Denver 6, maybe 5 if they feeling real good.
Okay.
Because it's the Clippers, bro.
Lakers in 5. Minnesota and Lakers
6-7.
6-7.
Ant-Man. Can't doubt them.
And that's where I'm at. I'm honestly at 7. Right. I'm at 7 because Anthony Edwards is by far the face of the NBA.
Luka cool and all, but
I mean Luka's cool. I know Pat going crazy right now. Jokic's gonna be playing with LeBron next season. What?
That ain't gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
I saw an interview with
the fact they got Luka is already too much.
I saw an interview with
he said there's no way the Magic can get past the Celtics.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even acknowledge it because it's bullshit. I saw an interview with the commissioner, and the commissioner said that the NBA doesn't veto, deny, have any influence on any trades and stuff like that. And then the people always bring up, well, Chris Paul could have played with Kobe and da-da-da. The reason that trade was denied is because at the time, David Stern was he was also one of the owners within the league. He was like a part owner of New Orleans. So he denied it as an owner, not as the commissioner. But that's another story for another day. I said all that to say, I feel like the league would not, because he said he wouldn't allow. He don't do it now, but I honestly feel like the league would not allow.
No, you're not going to get in Luka. No, you're not going to get
that's
that.
Not gonna
I mean,
happen.
I think honestly, LA fans, Pat, anybody, y'all need to be happy that
I
AR
put 100 on the Celtics. Listen, Pat, I don't shy away from betting money.
AR-15 is...
You got Dre number. You call Dre after this podcast ends. Me and you could connect. We could talk. We could figure this thing out.
Yeah, Pat bet big bucks for real.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Okay.
I think Laker fans need to be happy that AR-15 have turned into what he is. That boy different.
But will that happen in the playoffs?
I mean, I guess the upside to it for him is he has the support of LeBron and Luka. I mean, but hell, he had the support of LeBron and AD, and them boys won together. So it's, I don't know, man. I think it's one of those things where, are we looking at the next Jeremy Lin? Is AR-15 the next Jeremy Lin? Take off this crazy hot streak, and then when the time come to really put up or shut up, they shut the hell up.
I think the difference between the two is Jeremy, I ain't gonna say he didn't do it for multiple seasons, but Jeremy didn't really do it for multiple seasons. We had those 2 seasons of Linsanity, and that was it.
Okay.
AR has proven, I want to say since the bubble, because he came, the year right after the bubble, literally. Mm-hmm. I want to say since the bubble, AR has proven, like, when times get hard,
you can count on me.
If ain't nobody else here, I'm here.
Okay. I definitely can agree with that.
And I think he's a I'm here kind of person rather than I'm going to put the cape on because these other niggas ain't showing up.
Okay.
I think it's...
I'm here like, y'all boys need to rest. I'm here.
Exactly.
Y'all boys need to get you some water. I'm here.
Exactly.
I'm in the corner. I'm here. I feel that. I definitely like that for him. So, Golden State and Houston. Now, this right here is almost insulting to Houston. But right now, Houston is obviously the team that is above Golden State. I think they're number 2 in the West. And Golden...
How is it... Real quick, before you continue, I don't like to cut you off when you be talking, but how is it insulting to Houston? Because of their record right now?
Yes. I mean, because of their current record, it's insulting to them that Golden State is like gross favorites. Like, they're not even giving Houston a shot in hell when this is the same Houston that shut Curry down. Like, Houston is a defensive team. Like, they shut Curry down. That's it. Because, I mean, you got Jimmy Butler and Draymond to kind of depend on from there.
But who has really ever shut Curry down in the playoffs?
And that's why I say it's kind of like offensive to them. Because, like, damn, y'all ain't even giving us... Again, how this... Hear me out, right? Had it been game 1 and they shifted the odds to Golden State grossly, it's like, all right, yeah, I can understand that Golden State just blew the hell out of them boys. But for them to not... Right now, we're going off of what we saw Houston do in the regular season in Golden State, and that was lock Curry down. So it's not fair. Lock him down. We'll put the stats.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we're not solely going. We're going off of the fact.
I mean, they're going off the fact that it's also like Curry, Draymond, it's the dynasty, it's all that. But it's
you got
like
Jimmy Butler, who is playoff crazy. I mean, the nigga just dropped 38 in the play-in tournament.
We'll see. I definitely can definitely see Golden State taking it, but goddamn, man.
I think everybody just counting on playoff Jimmy.
I mean, that's
you count
cool.
on playoff
Jimmy
and
that's
Curry.
Cool. That's cool and all. You count on playoff Jimmy, but take it from a Miami fan, that shit gonna wear off at some point, and then they're gonna be right where we were trying to get rid of them. I see Golden State taking it. Don't get me wrong, but damn, bro, Houston, no faith in Houston.
No, why would you?
Damn, man.
The last time anybody has ever had faith in Houston is when James Harden and Chris Paul were together. Why would you put your faith in Houston?
Boys young, the boys hungry, them boys crazy on defense, man.
Right. Yeah. And then you still got a 4-time champion in Curry. You still got a 4-time champion in Draymond.
And I think, Hill, again, that's
Jimmy Butler.
That's
Kuminga,
what
you got.
Kuminga. You probably could have left his. You could have probably stopped that, buddy. Kuminga is like hit and miss for me. I mean,
but he's still a part of that.
I think
3-time champion dynasty.
I think that's what people really basing it off of, is that I don't think they're giving Houston a shot because it's like, oh, it's Golden State. Like, it's the Golden State. It's the dynasty Golden State. It's the Chef Curry Golden State. It's the Chase Center. I get it.
When it all comes down, who you gonna rely on? You gonna rely on the Rockets, or whether it's off of face, whether it's off of name, whether it's off of stats, whatever. who you gonna put your bets on? You gonna say Golden State?
I mean, yes, without a doubt, right? I definitely want to see how Game 1 go. Right now, I think we both have consented that we're both going to Golden State.
Yeah.
No matter who Oklahoma City face, whether it be Dallas or Memphis, it's gonna be Dallas. Oklahoma gonna probably take that.
It ain't gonna be no sweep though.
Nah, hell no.
No matter who they face,
I mean,
it's gonna be 5, 6.
If it's AD, it's gonna be 6 because I feel like he gonna fight. If it's Memphis, I definitely see it being 5. I think John might try to slide one in there, but I think Oklahoma.
5?
Yeah, if they take Memphis, I think Oklahoma gonna take them in 5. Memphis gonna win one at home.
I think Memphis gonna take the 2 at home.
Both at home?
Yeah.
I mean, Memphis is a damn good home
I think
team.
exactly why.
They definitely.
Take the 2 at home.
I mean, which is why you said.
Pop out. They gonna.
Yeah, they got a whole CMG out there, man.
So they gonna go. They gonna 6. They gonna go 6. They got to take the 2 at home.
Okay.
I won't say they're gonna steal one on the road, but they have to take the 2 at home. Same for the Magic, bro. They're going to take the 2 at home. And
that's why I was gonna make that point. Is just like the Magic. The Magic
took. Take the 2 at home. If they not gonna take no other games of that series, the 2 at home and the other 1 at home for game 6, they gonna take that, which is gonna push it to game 7.
I think we got a hell of a playoffs kind of first round. I'm liking it. I don't know, man. I'm just like,
Again, I still don't believe in Cade Cunningham and the Pistons, though, bro. That's about to be a.
Yeah, I still
that's
don't.
About to be a mollywop
I mean,
series.
I don't. Yeah, no, I think that's gonna be a
mollywop.
I mean, but I am looking forward to see what Luka do playoff debut with Los Angeles. So I mean, that's gonna be. I mean, right now, I think for Luka, this is really his time to like step up.
Oh, for sure. I mean, right now is. You're proving / showing why you're the future of this franchise.
It's almost like they've literally put Luka in like the perfect scenario to like have the mental pass to him. Like, bro, they literally just put you with LeBron.
Or is that the league or is that the Lakers? Dum.
Well, as we know, the Lakers is one of the most influential teams in the league, so it's probably
the league.
Yeah, it's probably definitely the league.
So the league, they got magnets in the balls.
Yeah.
Oh.
No way. It's a script. Get the script. Come on.
Put a script out, baby.
I mean, look, Boston just passed the Lakers when they won the championship, so you know they got to make sure they go. Bro, there's no way in hell that LeBron don't win.
No way in hell?
Another championship before he retires. There's no way. No way.
As much as I love LeBron, bro.
LeBron got to win another one. The only thing he's not going to get another of is an MVP.
You know, I would say personally, I'm satisfied with where he is now. To still argue and say that he's the greatest.
He is.
I'm satisfied with where
he's my number one.
Beantown represent.
Oh, man. Juddy. What's up, man? Nah, that's Jetty is up in Maine. We got Maine in the building right now.
What, they're known for beans?
I don't even know because he never called me Beantown. He never called me Bean nothing. I was his superior, so he definitely wasn't calling me Bean. So
if you could, Jetty, Judy, Jetty.
It's Jetty.
It looks like Judy to me, but I can read, I can hear too. Jetty, can you please explain to me what Beantown means?
Yeah, I don't know what Beantown represent is.
That got to be Chicago. Ain't they playing tonight? No, they're out.
No, yeah, I don't know what the hell Beantown is. You know you're not talking about our Philly.
Please explain to me what Beantown. Beantown is a nickname for Boston. Boston baked beans!
Oh! Beantown! Beanhead! Okay! Wow, I would have never...
Boston baked beans!
Drip. We would have never gotten that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Had he not said that, I would have never understood that.
I was up here like...
And as a jit, I used to eat Boston baked beans.
Yeah, like, tear them up in the hood, boy.
That thing... Okay.
I know y'all don't know nothing about them Boston baked beans, boy.
Okay,
the little red box.
Beantown,
they still have them in some of them corner stores.
We don't care about Beantown. Magic in 5, maybe 6.
Old Town, baby.
I'm saying Magic in 5. Beantown sucks. The Boston Celtics suck. They only won last year because of who they were facing. You missed all of that possibly. So I'm just saying it right now. Let's go Magic.
Yeah, Magic definitely are they're looking pretty strong.
Let's go Magic, baby. But beyond that, so let's veer our heads around town. Let's go quick takes. So, thoughts on trending stuff. What's going on now? What's going on right around town? What's new? What's popping? What's developing? I thought off the top of my head, since last week we ranked our top 5 female hip hop artists. This week, top 10. This week, let's rank our top 10 R&B artists all time.
Let's just do 5.
Top 5?
Let's do top 5.
Top 5, no order. Top 5 R&B artists.
Male and female.
Male, female. The Lakers winning number 18 this year. Possibly, if they're going against the Magic, they're not. All right, Judy, Juddy, Jetty, whatever your name is, tighten up now. About the Magic, throw them hands.
Throw them bangers, Jetty.
Jetty, get on Patrick line. I got some money going out there. Talk to me.
Jetty, hey Patrick, give Jetty my new number, man. He ain't got a new one. So top 5, no order, right? R&B.
I'm sorry, Drake. No, not after they won the bowl. He came over when Saquon came over.
No, I can't. Whoa! Saquon left and made a decision, and I watched what he did, and I saw how they treated that man, and then that man went and won a suit like.
Yeah, he jumped over the pond at the beginning of this season.
The moment Saquon said, and I saw I saw the Hard Knock tape on HBO Max of what that dumbass GM talking about something. It's not like he's going to win a championship or anything. Nobody's going to pay him.
Bro, can we speak on that real quick? We're going to come back to the original topic, but let's speak on that real quick. That man really sat in his office
and prophesied.
Feet kicked up, talking about, he's not going to win it.
Come on, bro.
What?
Then the man, bro.
Whatever number they're offering, let's go get it. We'll match it. Call us, Saquon.
Bro, Saquon did numbers in Philly that in the seasons that he played in New York, he hadn't even scraped.
Listen, Saquon did numbers in Philly that running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks that had been playing there for years hadn't touched in seasons.
So it's like, as a quote unquote diehard NFL fan, bro, I had to shift gears and go with Saquon. I mean, when I was following Saquon in college, so I was already a Saquon fan. When New York drafted him, I went nuts because I knew that's who we were supposed to get. But when I saw that he went to Philly, I said, hell, if he can go to Philly, I can go to Philly too. Philly got enough room to carry me.
And we sure had enough room. I've been a Philly fan since
and let's not get it twisted here, right? I've watched football my whole life. So Donovan McNabb, T.O., Michael Vick, I've always been in the Phillies, rearview mirror.
Patrick, he's top 5 and he's not 5. At this point, I want to say he's top 2, maybe top 1. Saquon is top 5 running backs all time.
Running backs all time.
What Drake say? I'm top 5, but I'm not 2.
Yeah, I'm top 2. Yeah. But I'm not your number 2.
Saquon, this is just not because I'm a diehard Philly fan. Saquon, I believe, is at this point, just off of what he did this season, is the number 1 running back, rushing back, number 1 back all time.
Yeah.
Period.
Back, half back.
I mean, there's no
running back. Saquon the best. It don't matter.
Barry Sanders level, bro. No, Barry Sanders is on Saquon's.
Yeah, he done surpassed Barry level.
What?
He done surpassed. And then you gotta think about it. We're going based off of what we've seen from him, right? We ain't even scraped the surface on what this man about to do in Philly. Like Philly, Saquon coming to Philly rerouted the entire offense into now we can maximize who Jalen Hurts is as a quarterback. We can utilize him in different areas that we weren't always able to because you didn't have a damn Saquon Barkley. But when you have a running back like Saquon Barkley, Jalen, listen, man, you can throw 170 yards. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, we got Saquon. He going to run it into the ground, and we going to win the game. And, I mean, bro, Saquon has just came and shifted the entire perspective, bro, on everything.
So to hit on the comments real quick, we got Pat saying we need to see more consistently, but saying best all time. And then Steph, he's saying Barry always number one. So here's my stance on it. We've seen some great runners in the league.
Yeah.
Some great running backs. Hell, some great backs, full backs, running backs, any all-time backs, period. With what Saquon did this season alone, on top of what he's done, even not being a playoff contender and all of that.
But even what he did in New York, though,
exactly.
You can't say, because how can you say he wasn't consistent in New York? I think the only thing that quote unquote was injuries. Other than that, it was no debate. Every time Saquon touched that ball in New York, we were up to win the game. Like it was definitely one of those, like, as a former Giants fan, it was like, bro, if Saquon was playing, you almost was willing to bet, oh yeah, they gonna take that one.
And then again, to say more consistent, I mean, we've seen a consistent Saquon for 20 games this season.
Yeah, I would say we saw him all through the regular season, all through playoffs.
The only game Saquon got shut down was the Super Bowl, and it wasn't even a shutdown. It's just the fact that we had a different game plan for what we wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time that Saquon wasn't consistent, at least this season. And again, on a consistently standpoint, he was too injury prone in New York.
He was too injury prone in New York, yes, but
injuries
when
has
he
nothing
played,
to do with consistency.
I was gonna say when he played, it was consistent. What consistency is to me is
what you do on the field.
Exactly. When you're playing, I can't judge you for when you hurt because you hurt. But when you touch the ball, I know for a fact, okay, Saquon about to give me numbers. He about to give me no least than 125 rushing yards
every time.
One touchdown.
And you can guarantee that each and every Sunday, you could put your $5 on that on Hard Rock and make 25 every Sunday because you knew consistently he was going to give you at least 125 yards.
Unless, again, he was injured. But again, if he's injured, hey, it don't matter if he injured. But I mean, I like Saquon. It was a no-brainer to me to follow him when he left New York. I love what Philly did for him. I love what Philly doing for us. Because, boy, being a Philly fan is the most fun I've had in a long time watching football. Because NFL was starting to get boring to me cheering for them sorry-ass Giants. And then Florida State did what they did last year.
The best ability is availability, though. And I can give you that.
That's a good one. The best ability is availability.
I feel like I'm a Saquon fan, don't get me wrong. The best ability is availability, but when your team is ass.
Yeah. It's hard to really measure your greatness or your stature when it's like, bro, he had Daniel Jones at quarterback. You feel me? He had Tommy DeVito at backup quarterback.
Come on.
Like, he didn't even have a shot to really.
And beyond that, because some people would say, oh, that has nothing to do with him running, getting his yards, da-da-da. He had no offensive line in New York.
I mean, and yes, that, and it does matter if you have a quarterback like Daniel Jones that feel like, oh, I need to be throwing the ball. That's what I'm here for. See, Jalen Hurts is who he is and where he is because when Saquon came over, he recognized, like, shit, I'm going to have to throw 30, 40 less yards a game, but it's going to get us a Super Bowl, and it did just that. See, Daniel Jones and Tommy DeVito, they was too worried about having to throw the ball where Saquon couldn't even get the shine that he needed until he broke out. And when he finally got the ball, he's like, I'm about to go ahead and take it to 50.
Breece Hall over Saquon Barkley? Emily, I don't know.
That is Pat's wife. Hey!
Pat.
What's up? What's up, Pat, I don't remember how to pronounce your name, so we just going to say the Baum family. Emily.
Oh.
No, I was saying it's definitely Emily.
Okay. So, real quick, I'm not.
Breece Hall. Oh, she's a Jets fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
She's a Jets fan. Pat's a Seahawks fan, so I understand that.
That's cool. I'm
Breece
not a
Hall.
person. I'm gonna just be a buck 100 with you. You can't say in your right mind, unless you're drunk, high, or anything right now, Breece Hall over Saquon Barkley.
I mean, you can't say Breece Hall over. I mean, I don't know, man. Breece Hall that's a tough one.
Yes, Saquon. So Jalen Hurts doesn't steal anything from anybody. If that's the play that's designed, that's the play that's designed.
Yeah, no, it's a design play.
Could have realistically had 30 plus touchdowns this season, and even with that, I mean, who cares?
Yeah,
really, like, and I won't say who cares, but again, it's like that wasn't going to set him at. Oh, he had 40-something touchdowns this season, so he's the best wide receiver. People are not going to care because, again, it comes down to people who said the best ability is availability.
That's really what it go down to is like it's not going. I don't think
it didn't matter how many. It didn't matter how many touchdowns he had. The only way that people would have put Saquon where he naturally deserved to be is had he broke that Eric Dickerson's record this season,
which he could have. But I feel like, as we know, he opted not to play the game against the Giants. But it was no secret that had he suited up and played that game, hell, just one quarter.
Designed play for a thief.
Had he just played one quarter of that game against the Giants, he would have broke. It would have been over. And I feel like the conversation that we're having, me and Chris would have been able to put a pin in it because we would be arguing somebody that would be statistically the greatest running back since what some would say,
bro, and even
Dickerson,
now, bro,
Barry, and all of them.
Even now, bro, even without that statistic, bro, you came number 2 in that same statistical category. So statistically, he's the best other than Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
Did Eric win a championship?
I mean, this man literally left a team, won a championship the next year. He was dogged about, talked about, pried on, picked on, poked on the entire time leaving New York. And let's not sit up here and act like sports is not just a mental game. That shit could have mentally got to him, and he could have got there with the Eagles and been ass.
Bro, he could have came to the Eagles and averaged 60-some yards a game.
You feel me? But it's like
some of these other ass wide receivers and
running backs, all them do.
And full
but
backs
he didn't do that.
Like,
he got to the Eagles.
Come on, bro.
And he said, man,
y'all showed y'all ass, so I'm going to show my ass.
And let's do it. So I'm 100% with Saquon. I can talk about the Eagles all the time.
Back to back. We going 2 for 2. And
definitely
then after we go 2 for 2, we'll
doing the first team
which
to go
the freaking Chiefs couldn't do.
Because we took their ass up and through there.
Because you know what we going to do? Birds, baby!
Birds! Let's go Birds! My top 5 R&B artists of all time, no specific order. Usher's my number 1. That's no debate for me. The rest of them I won't put in order. I got Chris Brown. I got Chris Brown. I got Bobby Brown. No pun intended. I got Chris Brown, Bobby. Oh man, I'm tossing up these next ones. Go with your 3. I gave my first 3.
No, because you're missing a crucial one right now that I'm just waiting to hear out.
I mean, because some people will say Michael Jackson is like pop.
Nah, that's an R&B artist.
Okay, so I mean, if we going Black Michael,
R&B pop, but Mike's R&B.
if we going Black Mike was definitely all R&B. Don't the Thriller album, Off the Wall, all that. That's R&B at its finest. So yeah, definitely Mike is in there. Those that don't count Mike as an R&B artist, you're crazy. I mean, he redefined R&B game. It would be no Chris Brown, Usher, none of them without Michael Jackson. Period. I'll argue that until I'm blue in the face.
Chris Brown, Millie Brown, Charlie Brown, Cleveland Brown, Lakers in 5.
Y'all boys are
6.
Y'all boys are kids.
Yo.
So Usher, Chris Brown, Bobby, Mike, and I'm gonna go for the knockout. I'm gonna go Luther.
It's gonna say a lot.
I'm gonna go Luther.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Luther. So one more time: Usher, Chris, Bobby, Mike, Luther. No order, but let's go there.
Number 1, Michael Jackson. Number 2, I would have to go Chris. 3, Ush. 4, Bobby. Well, yep, Bobby.
Bobby really slid in there for me when I recently watched his podcast that he did with Shannon.
4, 5, huge toss up. I'm gonna go 5A, 5B. Who the hell? Jesus Christ. 5A, 5B. My 5A is going to be Tank. Well, real quick. Whoa. because we didn't define what we were saying it says. Are we saying like overall? Do you want to go performance based? Do you want to go?
I mean, I'm going overall because it's like if we doing 5A, 5B, then give me a Luther. And I'm not saying R. Kelly would be my number 5. I'm just saying like if I can have like a quote unquote 6, then I got to put R. Kelly in there.
Okay.
And then if I got to sacrifice one for R. Kelly,
Bryson
take Luther off.
Tiller, you got to be trolling.
Nah, Emily's dead ass serious.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Bryson Tiller, she's dead ass serious. And I hope y'all not just saying that because he on tour with Chris Brown.
I don't know, man. I put Tank up there just now, but I'm just thinking about it, just going purely off of like.
I damn near want to go top 10 because I'm missing Anthony Hamilton.
I gotta go 10, but just going purely off of like singing ability. If we going 5 again, I'm gonna reroute mine. I'm going like Mike, no order. Mike, Kels, Tank, Chris, Whitney.
I mean, and see that I guess that's the thing. Like, if you categorizing off of singing, as much as I love Usher, I would have to take Usher out. I would leave Luther. I would leave R. Kelly. I would leave Chris Brown. I would leave Mike. And my 5th, I would throw in Anita Baker for R&B.
T-Pain?
Are we trolling?
Bieber for real. Bieber is nowhere near R&B music. T-Pain?
So T-Pain,
I go top 10, but not
T-Pain
top 5,
definitely
man.
top 10
Not
for
5,
me,
not
but
5.
T-Pain another one of those ones where it's like you got to be T-Pain fans like obviously we are. Shout out to sis. You got to be T-Pain fans like we are to know that T-Pain can sing.
Jamie's a part of the 10.
Jamie's definitely in the top 10.
And it's not based off of what he's put out there in the world. It's just based
It's vocal.
off of
That vocal ability. Because again, when you add
the 5
vocal,
that I named, oh my God, they singing draws off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you throw Anita Baker, Luther Vandross,
Miguel
Mike,
not
Chris
good
Brown.
without auto-tune, so I don't listen to Miguel.
Are we see now? When you go Miguel, you must be talking about lyrics or like how he composes songs or like his writing ability.
I would think Miguel is based off of vocal ability, but again, I mean, I've heard him without auto-tune. I
don't like Miguel.
I don't
for
think he's that
vocal
good
ability.
without AT. So
I know for a fact though. I mean, T-Pain, you can argue that because we know T-Pain is a singer.
Boom. Yo, that's smooth. All right,
come on.
Don't get me
I saw
started.
that whole live.
When we started
whole
with that
live,
thing, ain't working
boy.
no Cardi.
I like that though.
Shout out Chop, man. So let's talk about what's fire now. We ain't got too much time. We started only 6 minutes late, so we even over our regular run time.
Yeah, we over a little bit, but we
don't went longer than our minute. But this is our
we ain't
platform,
too over.
so we can do what
we can do what the hell we want
to.
to.
We can go 6, 7, 8 hours if we want to.
Yeah, I will tell y'all one thing though. For everybody that's here tomorrow, we gonna be filming on site. We got our first call to take the podcast mobile, so we're gonna be doing some on-site interviews.
On the road again.
What's the event, Drip?
I can't wait to be on the road.
Pull the event up. We're gonna be out there tomorrow. So
I've been on that lick again.
Them next few episodes that y'all see,
we at the pre-roll days day party tomorrow. We'll be there from about 4 to 6:30.
Because we got to get that WrestleMania content for y'all.
But the event is from 6 to 9, man. It's gonna be food, drinks, hookah, vendors, big networking event. Duke guard Tyrese Proctor is declaring for the NFL draft. That's
NBA
good.
draft.
And I can't read, y'all. I tell y'all that all the time. But no, we gonna get some good content tomorrow from that event alone. I'm
excited.
Woo!
Them interviews are gonna be good. The content that me and Chris gonna drop gonna be fun. We gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff. We ain't even really had time to map it all out. But tomorrow when we get together, we gonna get. Shit's gonna be crazy tomorrow.
T-Pain need to do a Super Bowl halftime show. Emily, you ain't said a lot that was right with me, but that right there,
that's right.
That's right in God's eyes, not just mine.
Everybody that's commenting, make sure you subscribe. Juddy,
yes,
Pat,
yes,
Emily,
yes.
I know Raymond. Everybody, I know everybody else
we
doesn't
at
subscribe.
20 subscribers right now. I believe when we started, we were at about 18.
Yeah.
So we're at 20 subscribers right now. We need more than 20.
We need more than 20. We're expecting, listen, follow, like, share, all that. If you watching right now, you need to be sharing the podcast on your pages.
Local
Let
Florida
everybody
man,
know
that's
about it.
Keys. Yo!
What's up, Keys? All right, there you go.
What it is, baby? To wrap it up though, let's hit this stuff real quick. Let's dive deep into what's been hot. Back on the tariffs. The tariffs are still hot. We're about to enter a recession soon. There's a lot stuff going on. They don't want to say the word recession. They don't want us.
They
to
are
say the
so
word recession.
scared of the word
But
recession.
we're about to enter a recession soon. How do we feel about it? What do we feel about it? Why do we feel this way about it? No, T-Pain do need to do a Super Bowl show. It's going to show how elite he really is. Yes, it is. T-Pain is him. Oh my God, T-Pain is him. Boots was on the ground. I'm about to be with you later on. But no, for real. What's really been going on? I mean, we got a lot going on yesterday. Again, as we touched on at the top of the episode, but yesterday a tragedy really struck where a school that we find near and dear to our hearts.
Florida State.
I'm not a guy that cares about college, but
Florida State is
that,
definitely like
I care about Florida State, and what happened yesterday is truly a tragedy, tragic, everything in between. So we want to send our condolences to families. We want to send
friends, everybody, man. That was tough.
Everybody that dealt with it, that was a part of it, any of that stuff. Florida State, again, y'all know y'all are near and dear to our heart. So love y'all, man. Like,
yeah, much love to everybody out there in
good.
Florida State. Definitely a tragedy. I mean, anytime something like that happens, I think no matter what school you support, no matter what college you support, I just think that we're all affected by what happened.
I was about to say at that point it comes down to it, we're all affected. Like
yeah,
you say,
we're all affected by it at that point. So I think it's really just time for us. I mean, as a nation, as a country, as a
Gator,
state.
Stand by you, boys. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay, appreciate that, Gator love. But I feel like as a state, it's just time for us to really lock in and understand, Florida. Florida has one of the most laid back gun laws than any states. Yeah. So being an open carry state like Florida, I mean, it's just like things like this, it's scared to say, but it's almost bound to happen in any scenario. And that's why it's so important to understand gun safety, to understand safety in general, right? Because you never know what could happen. Like this could have happened at Walmart as it's happened before. It could have happened
crazy is
anywhere.
Just earlier this week, right down the street at Jones, bro, a kid gets arrested because he had a gun.
Yeah, I mean that was right here in Orlando, and me and Chris were talking about it, and I asked Chris, I was like, bro, do you think he was carrying this gun all year long?
Been carrying it.
And we both were like, yeah, he's definitely been carrying this all year long, and somebody told.
And it comes down to, again, like, with the state that we're living in, hell, the times that we're living in, bro, people can't trust people. Can't nobody trust anybody. Mm-hmm. So you're living in.
But how scary is that though? Like, we're a 17-year-old in high school. I mean, I started having kids early as hell. But anyway, when I was that age or when I was young, like, bro, taking a gun to school, like, just call a spade a spade. When I was in high school, my first mind in the morning was not, oh, let me take this strap with me.
I mean,
and that's where this generation is shifted to, where it's like you just said, sometimes the fear in some of these boys, some of these whatever, black, white, it don't matter. Their first mindset is, I don't know what I'm gonna face. I'm gonna take my gun because I'm in Florida.
I think it also goes back to the schools that we went to, because I mean, I ain't gonna say no names, but I know for sure at Jones, bro, even back then when I was going to school, it was people coming to school with that strap.
Oh yeah, I mean, bro,
and
I went to
first mindset was
to put it in retrospect. Chris went to Jones, I went to Dr. Phillips, and anybody that know Orlando, we talking about two different sides of town, where one side you would expect a student to have a gun, and on the other side you wouldn't. And I went to that school that you wouldn't expect a student to, and they did, bro. Like, I've seen guns on campus at Dr. Phillips High School.
And again, it's one of those things where it was, even back then, bro, it was a fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
As to why you're doing what you're doing.
Because, I mean, you definitely understanding the why, because, I mean, yeah, it could have been, oh, I want to be cool, I want to be this, I want to be that, but some of that also was like, I want to be safe.
Yeah.
Like, some of that also is like, this is the world we live in.
For sure.
And I don't know what I can face as a black man walking the streets. So I'd rather have a gun on me even in high school.
I was one of them. I mean, I wasn't one of them back then, but now I am. Like, again, but it comes down to not just the fear of the unknown, bro. You don't know what you're going to face when you're walking out of your house. You don't know what you're going to face when you're walking out the street.
Again, especially...
Hell, when you walking your dog, bro.
Especially so when you live in Florida where anybody can have a gun on them. It don't take no this, that, and the third. Like, no, 18, man. You can have a gun on you.
You got that file on you, bro. And you can do... I ain't gonna say you can do what you want to do, but, I mean, speak for yourself. It was to protect my brother. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always speaking for myself. Always to protect. Like the purpose of walking around with one now ain't to say I'm a gangbanger. Or
yeah, no, it's for protection.
That shit off. No, it's always
it's always gonna be for a protection reason.
Yes, I do. I do know what we had going on, but again, it comes down to the purpose of it. A lot of the times, bro, the intent in which people. I won't say people. The intent of which this younger generation carries their gun isn't the same intent of which we did. Our intent was really safety. A lot of their intent is to just take a life, to get rid of. Remember what happened,
to show off, man.
What was it? Halloween downtown Orlando where...
Man, Jit literally was in some gang initiation type shit and took a gun into a crowd of thousands of people that were just trying to celebrate a fucking holiday and fired a gun up, like killing people. Man, I saw some of the most gruesome videos from that Halloween incident in downtown Orlando where literally, bro, I saw a video where Buddy was laying on the ground, bleeding out the head, dead. Like, and this man did this for the hell of it. Like, the generation and times are so different. So when you see something like what happened even yesterday in Tallahassee, like, Tallahassee ain't but 3 hours away from us. Hell, downtown Orlando was 10 minutes away from us, bro.
Think about this, bro. Some of the same kids that experienced the Parkland
Bro,
shooting,
they were there at Florida State.
10 years later, bro.
They going through the same thing.
Thinking, I'm good. I finally got this away.
So if I just got out of therapy and I just got healed from this and I'm dealing with PTSD or whatever, I'm triggered now.
And when I saw that, bro, that's what made it not necessarily click harder, but that's what made it really go like, dang, this is really an issue. This is really a problem.
Bro, it made me realize this shit been going on a long time.
Bro, it's not just a problem for our generation. This is a problem in America.
Yeah, this is an American problem because, I mean,
there's no other country in this world
where mass shootings are as large and as great and as frequent as they are in America.
There's no other country in this world.
There are some
because those other countries are hiding it and doesn't want the world to know. It's because it's not happening.
It's not happening. I mean, there are some countries where they've never had a mass shooting, or they haven't had a mass shooting in centuries. Whereas it's almost like in America, we damn near having a mass shooting every other 30 days, 90 days.
And at this point where you have your conspiracy theorists, they would say, and now I'm starting to feel like, in a sense, this is some sort of genocide, to where I don't want to say genocide in particular, because genocide relates to a race or an ethnicity, a sex, a breed, or whatever it is. But in a way, it feels like some sort of genocide, to where every time that this is happening, whether it's a white man that does it, an Islamic man that does it, or whatever, it seems like you're doing it not because you're experiencing your personal feelings, but because you see what else is going around and you're like, damn, these people did that, so I'm going to do that to them. Think of the Post shooting. You went into a nightclub filled with a bunch of gays, homosexuals, lesbians, whatever it may be, and you shot this club up not because these people did something to you, because you were against what they were doing.
I mean, but again, most mass shootings, the suspect has no real reasoning, right?
No real form, right?
I mean, your disdain or dislike for the homosexual community does not warrant you to have gone in there at the Post shooting and shot up an entire nightclub, right? I don't like Chick-fil-A no more. Used to be a big Chick-fil-A fan. Everybody know that. What in God's green earth warrants me to go inside a Chick-fil-A and be like, because I don't like y'all?
Yeah, this chicken don't taste the same.
Y'all done changed the chicken. I'm about like, and it sounds comical with us saying that, but that's literally what these mass shooters are doing. I don't like, have not heard much about why the Florida State shooter did what he did, but I would be very intrigued to see what comes out and what's going to come out about the why behind it. And it's going to always almost be bullshit.
I wouldn't be surprised, and God forgive me when I say this, bro, but I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out a whole quote unquote Jeffrey Epstein situation happened to where he gets in there, he been chilling and all of that, and all of a sudden we hear he done killed himself in there.
I mean, man,
because again, what reasoning could you have to do something like this? If he kills himself, it's definitely going to be because they allowed it. Because even bullying, I knew it was a reason. I ain't like you, Dre. JK. It don't taste the same, to be honest, though. What was we talking about? You know, they delayed. Oh, Chick-fil-A. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nah, man. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. They've completely changed it. They changed the chicken. They've talked about it. It is different. Yeah, they said themselves. Yeah, I tasted it long before they came out and said it because I was eating so much. We use all natural chicken breasts. Now they don't. Now we use some chicken breasts that we can get on side the street. Yeah, and I ain't eating shit. It tastes like side the street chicken breast. It does. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, this we're living now to where we can't take life for granted. I mean, we're living as us being church babies coming from the church. We're definitely living in what is called or known as the last days, right? We're definitely living in the times where whatever you believe, whoever you believe in, whatever, it is time to really like lock in and focus on yourself, your family, your surroundings, because man, the world around us and the world as we knew it as kids, those that are watching that are in their late 20s, early 30s, and so on and so forth, like what we knew the world to be growing up, it has completely shifted. Completely, bro. And nowhere near what it used to be. From the way that we, again, how we grew up together, bro, learning each other and all of that, bro, the way that we were introduced to each other, literally just cracking on each other, that ain't, man, that'd get a nigga, bro, that'd get a nigga shot, killed. Some of the jokes that we were telling in middle school, bro, to each other, to others, that, bro, was like I'm talking about the joke. Like we was laughing for weeks about the joke. Bro, like, would very well be the same joke right now. Get somebody gunned down and killed and have a mother bearing a son. That shit's crazy. Because the way, and it comes down to how they're being raised. Yeah, they're raised too soft. Yeah, I mean, obviously, no secret. I mean, only child. No father figure. No father was in my life. Like, my mama raised me hard. Like, my mama and grandma raised me. Bro. My mother and my grandmother. My grandmother spoiled me a little bit, but I was raised in the hood, bro, so I wasn't raised soft. Like, yeah, my mom made sure I understood. Like, and I wouldn't even say I wasn't raised soft. I think once I turned that corner and went to Jones, like, that's where everything kind of shifted for me. Because before going to Channel Lakes and Palm Lake, I was at Washington Shores. But even at Washington Shores, like, no, I was a little bitch. Like, yeah. So it was really one of those things where when I went to Jones, bro, that really shifted. Like, it really turned the corner. But at the same time, because I'm black, like, it was one of those things where I always knew. I mean, for me, like, one of the things that my mom, my grandmother, it shifted for me when I moved my mom full time, right? Because that's when my mom pretty much looked at me and was like, "Oh, my mother's been raising a bitch." my mother got my son thinking that life is peaches and cream, and I need to get his mind right. You are going to be a 6'+ black man in America, and life ain't nowhere near peaches and cream. And life ain't gonna be peaches and cream for you at all, son. Not right now, not tomorrow, ever. And my mom got me to understand that at, I won't say a very early age, but at an age early enough to where I had to be like, okay, grandma, I love you, but I can't be doing all that baby shit no more. Like, I got to start shifting my mindset and really harden up to what the world is becoming. And I'm glad that we did, bro, because, I mean, you can argue we'll be like some of these YNs out there now. I think the thing that really turned the corner for me, and now that I really thought about it, it wasn't even going to Jones and all of that. The thing that turned the corner for me was when Eric moved out of the house, moved in with my grandma. Yeah. Like, it was just me and Mom, and the situation that caused him to do it, you know, we'll dig into that another episode, another time, all of that. Very deep. Don't feel like going that deep right now, but the situation that caused that is what caused me to say, like, hold on, let me pull up my bootstraps. Let me really, like, get a grip on life. Not because I had to pay bills and no, far from that.
Yeah.
But because, again, the only other guy that was in the house was me.
Mm-hmm.
It was my mama and me. So I really took a lot of my quote-unquote manhood, a lot of my lessons learned, a lot of that came from TV and movies, man.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that came, yes, for TVs and movies. That's why I'm a fan of some of, like the Anthony Andersons, like, just different people that I used to watch growing up. Steve Harvey, Will Smith. Like, I used to watch Uncle Phil. Like, these are people that I used to watch on television, and I didn't have a father figure to relate that to. Like, nigga, Uncle Phil was my dad. Like, it was like those things for me were like real.
And it sounds crazy for us, mind you. What's the name came out? What, at least 5 to 10 years before we were born?
Yeah.
Prince stuff, shows like that.
Yeah.
Family
but
Matters,
that's what
kind of
Family Matters definitely was the one for me.
Like, a lot of these shows came out before we were even born, but just being able to.
Good times, bro. And we might sound older than what we are, but that's the generation and the era that we grew up in. And now these kids grow up. No offense to any streamers or none of that, because obviously we're podcasters, right? But these kids are growing up off of what they see on YouTube, what they see on TikTok. They don't really have too many foundational people that they can mimic or try to pattern their life behind. They looking at the rich and the famous, and they just like, well, what's the quickest way to get there?
And beyond that, they don't have God in their life.
No, a lot of people do not have that foundation of God, or they have this false sense of who God is, right?
Yeah, bro, because I think because of the churches that we went to, I think that also built that tough skin to be able to navigate differently in all spaces. Because, again, bro, we went to a church to where if you got in trouble, for you, your grandma would go tell the whole
oh my God, the youth pastor and all this.
If I got in trouble, my mama going to tell the whole men's ministry, the whole choir and all of this. Now I got 35 people walking up to me on a Sunday morning telling me, hey, man, you got to tighten the hell up. If you don't tighten up, you're not going to be nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't like,
that's that
if you
village.
Want to make money like me, man, you got to do this. Like,
that's that. It takes a village to raise a child. That concept of raising children or raising this generation or the generations to come are starting to kind of like fade away, right?
Yeah.
Because just as you said, the people in the church coming up to you like, not Chris. Same thing, bro. Like, I'm walking in the church on Sunday like, all right, I already got everything I needed from my grandma, my mom, whatever. And the moment I walk through the door, I got sister so-and-so, mother so-and-so, deacon, usher, brothers. I'm like,
so
God.
So I asked this question, and this last thing we're going to do, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to ask this question.
I got to eat, y'all. I'm hungry.
Do you think that the generational thing, because you got to think about it this way, the crack babies raised us, in which we're now raising the next generation. So do you think that the crack babies learn from their mistakes, which is why they're teaching us these things and and not, I don't want to say crack babies because y'all,
80s babies.
The 80s and early 90s, they did what they did, went through what they went through, so they instilled the lessons that they instilled on us, to where now the 90s generation, to where the 90s didn't really go through anything.
You only went through something depending on who your family was.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that 90s generation now, who didn't really go through anything, we don't really have anything to teach. I won't say anything to teach the next generation, but we don't have anything to instill in the next generation because we didn't go through anything. To where now it's that 2000s generation, because we now see the recession of what happened in 08 and as the 90s and what we going through, the COVID pandemic and all of that. Do you think that how the 80s taught the 90s messed up and didn't teach the 2000s, but the 2000s can necessarily teach their generations and say, this is where we messed up, y'all got to be better? Do you think that that's a thing that could happen? Because again, it comes from the generation before you. So if your generation didn't go through anything, how can you necessarily instill a lesson? How can you say that this is what we grown from, this is what we learned, so don't be like us.
I mean, I think it definitely goes into, I feel like it's subjective to like the way you raise your child, right? Mm-hmm. Because for me, I raised my kids with the pretense of twofold. I didn't have this, so I want to give that. Mm-hmm. I had that, so I'm not going to give you that, right? A lot of people don't raise their kids off of those two pretenses. They raise their kids solely off of, this is what I had, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what worked for me, so this is what's going to work for you, versus really learning and understanding your child, because you can rarely raise your child based off of how you were raised. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the stuff that we were raised, 90 babies, 80s babies, and even those that are in the 2000s and starting to have kids now, the way that they were raised, these kids nowadays, man, again, you're talking about 6, 7, 8-year-olds walking up to you saying stuff that we weren't exposed to until we were 14, 15. How do you gauge that unless you say, okay, because YouTube wasn't prevalent when we were growing up. Nope. So I can't raise my 8-year-old.
But it wasn't.
Exactly, right? I can't raise my 8-year-old and 6-year-old how I was raised. I got to try to conform to this new generation. And that's even for those coming after us. They're going to have to be like, well, damn, it was YouTube. Now it's AI. Right? Because that's pay attention to kind of how the shift is going. For our generation, we got introduced to the music videos, the gaming systems, the computers, all that fun stuff, rebuilding and kind of changing that around. The generations coming, it's AI.
Yeah.
So you try to go and raise your child based off how you was raised in the 2000s or the 90s, shit. So it's definitely one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's a big possibility in it being well, this worked for me or this didn't work, let me try to make it work for you. Nah, man, you are in the long run will hurt the child or hurt the situation in general more than help it based off trying to, oh, I'm gonna do this because this is, nah, the generations are so different. Like, man, you can't even, it's damn near to the point now, Drip, to where if you got an 18-year-old in your house and a 14-year-old, it's only a 4-year age gap. But you can't still, so bro, you can't even try to, oh, well, 4 years ago you was doing this so you can help your brother or sister. Hell no, it ain't even the same. Come on, man, especially, Drip, with COVID. COVID really flipped it all up.
Yeah.
Because where we could be right now in 2025, COVID set us back, and they've said this on news outlets, scientists, everything. COVID set us back 2 to 5 years on where we could be compared to where we are because the entire world was shut down. Imagine trying to raise a child. Our parents didn't really have to worry about anything besides what 9/11 came in 2001. We
didn't have to worry about
the recession. I mean, those things like that, but that didn't really affect us because we had our parents that got us through that.
That shielded us through.
Yeah, but COVID affected everybody.
We were able to go through the age of getting the first black president.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff.
Nigga, we weren't missing school. Man, these kids that was raised in 2020 and 21, some of them missed the entire school year.
Just
and then
don't care.
Bro, come on, man. And these are the same people that in the next 10 to 15 years, they're going to be running for president, running for vice president. And they missed 2-3 years of school, or some of them that's in college had to go through college another 2-3 years because of COVID. Like, bro, the world.
I mean, we're at a time right now where we have a president that never served on a political board, that never went to college, that never had any sort of kind of political.
No political background at all.
It's possible.
Definitely.
It's still possible.
Donald Trump was a businessman. That's what that's all that he was, a famous businessman. And I think we gotta be ready for what we were used to. Like, okay, political figures got to come from a political background, to now it's like all you need is money, fame, and fortune. You could very well be the president. If you
talk good, you good.
And with AI, bro, it's just crazy, man. It's the generation, what we are faced with, what's to come is just like, it's nuts.
Man. Listen, guys.
It's been a good episode.
It's been a great episode, man. We want to thank you all for tuning in, for being a part of the conversation, being a part of the discussion.
It was fun.
This has been another great, amazing episode of Discussions and Conversations. Remember, again, tomorrow we are at the pre-roll. We will be live at the pre-roll. Everybody join in. Y'all can tune into that discussion and conversation as well. We'll soon be kicking out those episodes, those reels, all that content from that event. We out here. It was a sweet episode, man. Thank you, Pat.
Appreciate you, Pat. All my love from up north, man. That's love.
Like this right here.
That's love. Y'all share, subscribe, like, comment, let everybody know, tell everybody.
Bro, Discussions and Conversations is live, bro. We again expect conversations like this literally each and every Monday, each and every Friday. Soon we might have to come Monday through Friday. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, man, depending on how response go,
another day, y'all.
We might have to do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do a midweek checkup. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I like going all week, man. That's a lot happen, especially with the playoffs.
Platform.
With the playoffs coming up, I think we definitely might need to throw in an extra day.
You think so?
Y'all let us know, but we gonna make the decision anyway. I think with the playoffs, it might be, cause I mean, bro, look at this playoff schedule. Right now, it's games Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be games all next week. Man, I think we might need to come back on here.
Woo!
We might need to come in and add another day, man. And then that day, we going to strictly talk about sports, talk about the playoffs, talk about everything that's going on, give y'all our takes on the games. We turning this page up. What y'all got to say?
Do 2 days a week. I mean, Pat, we
do 2 days. Oh, you saying do live 2 days a week?
Oh,
okay. Is that what you saying? Because right now we Monday and Friday, but are you saying we should do Friday and another day live? Because
so we can do our Mondays pre-record. This we about to have a chat record. We
do
our Mondays pre-record like we already do.
Yeah.
Wednesday we live.
Friday
we live.
I like that. Y'all like that? Y'all let us know if y'all like that. We gonna cut this up. Post this on social media. We're going to see what they say, but at the end of the day, y'all here live, so y'all really got to say so.
It's not going to happen this Wednesday because my fiance's birthday is
No, definitely won't be sis' birthday.
Not going to be this Wednesday, but we will be back soon.
Maybe the first Wednesday in May.
2 lives a week. I like that. I like that. If y'all like that, like, share, comment. Listen, this is actually, how about this? If we can get to 50 subscribers, once we get to 50 subscribers, we will go live 2 days a week.
I like that. So if y'all want it, y'all push it. We'll make it happen.
There we go. If
y'all want it, y'all push it. We'll make it happen.
Tell your friends, tell your mamas,
tell your daddies, everybody, your cousin, them, everybody.
Your kids got YouTube accounts. We know.
Go ahead and subscribe from their YouTube. Kids,
exactly.
Go ahead, stop playing with me. But my son subscribe.
50 subscribers, we will be live Wednesday and Friday. With Monday pre-records.
I like that.
Drunk as all get out.
Every time. We
like it. We hope y'all like it. Again, Discussions and Conversations. Like, share, subscribe.
All that. Subscribe, share, subscribe. They're my 2 favorite S's.
And Skrilla. That mean money. I like that Skrilla.
I'm all about that moolah. Any variation of money.
But again, y'all tune in to this Monday, 5 Eastern.
5 Eastern time.
What is that Pacific? That's
2
o'clock Pacific.
Yeah.
We'll be Whiskey Wednesdays. Yes, sir. We'll be live.
I'm on that tequila now.
We'll be here again this Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Be ready.
For Discussions and Conversations. Y'all, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all enough, man. This has been an amazing episode, man. Discussions and Conversations, DK Podcast.